Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today this is like a very short video that I wanted us to go through, and today is all about Perplexity AI, and it's going to be short because I've already done a video about Perplexity, but I just thought it has made like very significant improvements over the couple of days, and I just wanted to show you some of those ones. So for example, we know that this is Perplexity. Perplexity is more or less what I am using now as a replacement for Google search. I feel like it's better in some things when it comes to Google search. I already did a video on that, so it's better in some things. I like the fact that you can talk with it the way you're talking to someone, or chat with it the way you're talking to like a large language model, and it gives you way better results. So especially if you're like planning for a trip or something that's a bit complicated and you don't really want to open multiple tabs for that one thing, you can just use Perplexity. So I wanted to show you a couple of improvements. So like for example, right now we have reasoning capability with R1. So this is where you can search for anything. So for example, when was the Second World War? Let's go with that. When was the Second World War? And click enter. So right now it has reasoning with R1. So what that means is that it's going to use DeepSeek's R1 model to reason through the search results, which is bonkers. It's something that I really love. You get 3 prompts, 3 questions a day with R1, which is the same what we were getting before. Yeah, so you can see it gives you a very good summary there compared to what we did with Gemini. So this is really good, although I began 1st of September 1939 with Germany's invasion of Poland. And then like I said with Perplexity, what I love is that it gives you the links to the sources where it got that information from. Every single sentence has like a source. This is where I got this from. So that's something that I really like. And now you can export the answer as a PDF or as a Markdown, which again, amazing. So Markdown, especially if you're using something like Obsidian PDF, you can download that and then use it somewhere else. So that's just a very good upgrade. I've already reached my limit for the pro limit, but yeah. So I wanted to show you. So we have reasoning, we have pro search, which is what we had before, and then right now we have reasoning with R1, and then we have deep research, which I'm going to show you in another video. But it's almost as good as the one with Gemini's deep research and also ChatGPT's deep research. So it's almost as good. It takes way longer, but it's really good as well. And then we have reasoning with O3 Mini. So those are like so you just input your question, and then you can choose which model you want based on the specific search query. So for example, if you want to do a deep research, you can use the deep research model. If it's a pro research, it's just something you want it to come up with like an answer very quickly, compared to like deep research, which is going to take minutes. So you can use a pro research, which is almost the same as reasoning with R1, which is almost the same as reasoning with O3 model. So those are kind of like basics. I wanted to show you something else that's really cool, and we get it here, Spaces. So Spaces, the way to think about it is if you have a certain prompt that you use over and over again, or if you have something that there's a trip that you're planning, you can click on create a space, and when you create a space, you can search for, so let's say I'm planning a trip to Diani, so it's Diani trip, and then description, this is a trip with my friends. You don't have to like do all this, my friends. And then here in the AI model, you can choose which model you want to use, but this is for the pro version. For the free version, you can't really choose, but under that we have customs instructions, which is still optional. So it gives instruction to the AI chat that affects every thread in this space. So for this one, the chat that I want it to have, or the context that I want it to have, is I want it to be a travel agent. I want you to act as a Kenyan travel agent. To act as Kenyan travel agent, and then click continue. So now I have instruction that is going to affect every single thread, and then I'm planning a trip to Diani. I'm actually going to give you the same prompt that we gave Gemini. So here is where now we can input our prompt, So on plan a detailed itinerary for a 3-day trip to Diani Beach, and like I said, you can choose which model you want. So auto is going to come up with a very fast answer. So this is for daily searches. I don't really want that. Pro is more or less kind of like what we're going to do with R1. And then deep research, again, this is for I feel like very deep research. Whatever that means. So in terms, so deep research for me, I feel like it's very educational. It's for people who want to come up, who want paper, a thesis or something. So this I'm not going to go with that. And then we have reasoning with R1, and then reasoning with 1 mini. So I'm going to go with reasoning with R1 because I feel like DeepSeek is still one of the best that we have in the market right now currently. So this is the same prompt where I wanted to come up with a 3-day trip to Diani Beach, but I want a 1-day itinerary on just where we're going to go, what you're going to eat, and what you're going to do throughout that 1 day. So this is a prompt. You can pause, and I'm just going to select the model. I want it reasoning with R1, and let's click enter. So it's going to go through finding 3 highly rated beaches in Diani Beach. So you can see the thinking here. We have 20 sources. This is so good. Did it just go to YouTube as well? It did. It did go to YouTube. Wow, that's interesting. So this is the same thinking, under the hood thinking, that we have with DeepSeek. I think that's why I'm so amazed by this. So the thing I like about Space is it creates a space, and you can go back to it. It's not going to affect with your daily searches, and I can come back to this 3 months from now, and then maybe I can also share that space with someone else, my friends who I'm planning this trip with. Oh, this is so good, man. So now it's up to 40 sources. I just looked at 41 sources. So here's a detailed curated 1-day itinerary experience for Diani. So August weather, it's going to be warm, sunny days. It even gives you the degrees. So this one starts at 7:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. So activity, water sports, and beach. So location, Bubble Beach Resort. Again, you get, you can even book. Gives you the option, the links to where you can book. So I like that. So the accessibility, 15 minutes, Diani Beach from Diani Beach Road. Amenities, water sports, rentals, kayaking, jet skiing. I should have asked in the prompt how much each one of these costs on average. And then we have midday, Swahili lunch, African pot restaurant. There's a link there as well. This is so good. This is good. I like it. I really like it. So this is Babo African pot. So it also gives you key routes. This is good. This is better than what we got with Gemini, to be honest. This is better than what we got with Gemini. Yeah, and again, like I said, you can ask follow-up questions. How much would the activities cost on average? How much do the activities cost? How much do the activities cost on average? So you see, I didn't really necessarily have to tell it which activities. It kind of knows from the previous search request that which activities I was talking about. So for example, here I was talking about kayaking, snorkeling, the ones that it had recommended. So it's going to go through all the activities. This is something that you can't do with Google. You can't really, you'll have to be very specific. How much will the activities in Diani cost? You have to be very specific with that. But this one knows the kind of activities I'm talking about, when they're going to happen. So it still has context of the previous search results, which I find really cool. So here's a breakdown on the average activity cost in Diani based on current rates. So jet skiing, $50 to $80 per 30-minute session. Snorkeling, $10, $15. It's kind of true. Scuba diving, kayaking, and it also gives you links. So that's something that I like about that. Dolphin watching, So this is good. This is really good. It's okay, cool. That's good. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so you can go to our spaces. I just want to show you. So this is our Diani space. Let me click on that, and then let's say I want to share this Diani space. Okay, so this is our Diani space. I can invite someone here to contribute in the search results, kind of like on the research, or I can come here at the top right, click on that, and then I can share this space. So I can share it via Twitter, or I can just copy the link, or I can share it via Facebook or WhatsApp, and I can share it with the people. So for example, with me, I can share it with the people that I'm planning this trip with. So that's, I find that really cool. So that's spaces in specifically Perplexity that I find really cool. That's a very good addition, together with the fact that now it has reasoning models which make the search results way easier and just way better. So that's Perplexity and Spaces. I hope that was a bit helpful, that was intriguing, at very least, at least for me. And yeah, I hope that you've learned something this one, and I'm going to do a bit more videos on Perplexity. I think there's more to be learned, especially when it comes to deep research. I'm going to do a video on that as well, so look out for that. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.